appropriate, other than the one word. So then, like I said, welcome to Connection with the Ascended Masters with Ohrmazd. As none of you will have a clue what he is, there's no point really me starting by drawing him. I will start like normal with a little poem. I'll then give you a little bit about him so you're not being held in too much suspense. But before I start, the power of one. One song can spark a moment. One flower can wake the dream. One tree can start a forest. One bird can herald spring. One smile brings a friendship. One hand clasp lifts a soul. One star can guide a ship at sea. One word can frame the goal. One vote can change a nation. One sunbeam lights a room. One candle wipes out darkness. One laugh will conquer gloom. So I messed that up. The power of one. One song can spark a moment. One flower can wake the dream. One tree can start a forest. One bird can herald a spring. One smile brings a friendship. One hand clasp lifts a soul. One star can guide a ship at sea. One word can frame the goal. One vote can change a nation. One sunbeam lights a room. One candle wipes out darkness. One laugh will conquer gloom. One step must start each journey. One word must start each prayer. One hope will raise your spirits. One touch can show you care. One voice can speak with wisdom. One heart can know what's true. One life can make the difference. That one life, you see, it could be you. You see, it's up to you. You are the power of one and the power of the universal one, meaning the power of we. So very quickly, the bit I didn't tell you at the start, so Ohrmazd. I was drawn to him because in my little book here about Ascended Masters, I read the first couple of bits. He helps solve dilemmas, supposedly. He can help overcome legal issues. He can help you access your inner wisdom. That was a bit that interested me. I thought, okay, we'll channel him and see what that's going to bring. He can release negativity. He can bless a new endeavour. He can bless your home, protect your family. Okay? I'm still drawn to the access your inner wisdom and releasing negativity. Then, after last night, I typed something in. Just thought, well, what's the Ascended Master for tonight, or for tomorrow, which I think was tonight at that point. Typed it in, because I didn't have my book to hand and it was dark. Well, he's a whole so much more. His name, he can be known as Ohrmazd, Ahura as well as many more. What's happened to what? Something's vanished here. Give me a second, sorry. He can also be known as Ohrmazd, Ahura Horamizd, Horazu, Ohrmazd. That's what it is. How's he meant to be a helper? He's meant to be the creator deity and a god of the sky. And that's in Zoroastrianism, which is that was Freddie Mercury's religion. But Zoroastrianism and Ohrmazd, they date back to before the ancient Greeks. They were the very first religion to worship only one God. Ohrmazd. But if he lived, how could he have then been known as the creator deity? Because he believed, put energies into people. So he created their future. Didn't say he was the creator deity of the earth, I said the creator deity, God of the sky. And I didn't know he was going to say that either, because I didn't know what he was going to do, but that's what we've got so far. But I'll bring him close and let him draw. We'll see what he gives us. So give me 1 second, and we'll play a song while we do that. So, you're the pen. It's paper. It's your path, your choice. Write your future. All they ask, not for them, not just for them, but for you. Be the best you can be. Follow your heart. Everyone knows what they need to do to be the best they can be. Are you doing it? Here's what he's saying. If you want to be the one in the million, change the world, be the best you can be. No one does, really. He says, I was a living person. I lived on the earth, like you. I'm no different. But I did wake up a nation, no matter how small it may be, created what most of you what did believe in when you were educated, because religion was taught. It is around the world, you see. The thing that's been forgotten in most religions, though, you see, is that you are your own God. You can only be and create what you want to create, you see. So although my religion, I'm known as the creator, deity, a bit like your Jesus, because I've done it in that way, you see. The one, I was probably the first to put forward the I am, in a plural sense. So my name, Ohrmazd, in my religion, also means them. We're all in one and the same. But how far do you want to ascend? To do that, you can ascend much further, or down in the physical land. That's no different in neither the what religion anymore. But it is still forgotten what I taught. And it's more moved in line with the other more modern religions, you see. But to believing in oneself, I didn't preach, but that's what I said. Well before the ancient Greeks, they tried to bring it back to a many-god state. If you needed to, there was only one choice. Who would you believe in, you see? If you don't answer yourself, then you're a real fool to yourself, you see? If yourself comes first, then you can have love. So the love's got to start within. You can't create anything without that love inside. See what brought down to earth? Incarnated you. That was your choice. To a lot of you. To come back down here, you see? That was a choice of love. Knowing you can and you have been the best you can be. So now you've got the physical mind, don't let that get in the way. Do what you came down here to do. Be the best you can be in every way. Your role's not rewritten. It's not pre-written at all. No, it's not. But if you've not written anything and not doing, then you've not ascended as far as you did previously. Is that going to feel right to you when you return back to the one energy, which you're wanting to have achieved, and then come back once more? Follow your life plan. Move ahead with what you know you're meant to be doing more. I'm not criticising. I'm not putting down any one of you see. Trying to get you to see it very, very realistically. So I'm not the creator energy of the earth. I'm the creator deity that can come around you to help you rebirth. Just like a day. A day changes when it becomes night, you see. Without any darkness, there's no light. So that's how you can come to remember what you're meant to be doing, you see. So do what's in the heart. Light up everyone's day. Bring light if they're light. Bring light if they're darkness. Is there to illuminate everywhere you go. Be your true self through and through. Why ponder on something when you've got a heart calling? It means you're getting trapped. Just like what you were coming down to earth to try to balance out. So you can call me. It won't be to try and recap you. You already know what you're meant to do, you see. It isn't about being brave enough for anyone else at all. Don't blame it on a partner. Don't blame it on society at all. If you want to do what your heart tells you, what deep inside your soul, that's the one energy, the creator. It lives inside us all. It matters neither not how far I've ascended, you see. Neither does it to you. It's all about balance that we're trying to bring. Balance yourself. You can't balance others till you balance that out. First of all, did you come down here with money? And can you take it with you after it all? That's what it boils down to in the physical mind, you see. That's what's holding you back. There's always other ways. You'll be looked after, you see. Stepping forward first. Being what you want. Or you treat yourself. Do you think the universe will let you down? The only way at all. You have to take a risk the moment you're born. And unfortunately, in the past, it still happens mildly today. But nowhere near as it pre-did it. As pre-dawn as you would know it, it did. You could be born and maybe have starved. Could parents really feed you? It wasn't down to money. So It's down to nature, you see. Down to whether they could hunt and catch for all the family. But if there was a problem, then it affected all as one. They didn't worry about that. What was the worst that could happen? They'd all go back up and be reborn. So one was all was one. Just like Three Musketeers. At least try to do what you're meant to be doing. That's what they did, you see. If it doesn't work, at least you tried. There's nothing worse than a bad memory. So going back up, sorry mate, to yourself, you see. Well, I was a little worried. When you achieved it before, you'd laugh at yourself. Don't put yourself in that position at all. We see it too much, too many. But right here, that I speak to now, you would really punish yourselves, I tell you. You're a lot higher vibration. Can you speak? A lot higher vibration, they can still rise some more. You went forward to this far. Why pause and stop? You're not a taxi at all. You don't need someone else to hop in. The ride is far ahead. That's them choosing your path. Silly sods instead of in you. Aren't you using your head? I just want to try to get you to see differently. Before I come and tell you a bit more about myself, how I can help you further. Give that some thought yourselves. You only need one little change to make a major difference, you see. Make one change a day. You'll see things open up beautifully. So it wasn't to give yourselves a telling off at all. No. Just try to get you to re-evaluate what your heart already knows. Kind of giving your mind a little stamping down. Saying, listen to the heart that's inside. Don't let something physical when you're not physical. Roll your spiritual side. Little poem. Life, your future is yours. In our lives, we look forward to the new day and know the day before we also have a say. Dreams of yesterday morph into your life song. As each sunrise will open new possibilities to belong. Your future is yours to consider, to make your way or alter. And it is pointless to point a bone at others when you falter. Know the task ahead may be daunting, as it is for us all. But persistence will build something you're proud to recall. That's by Paul Warren. So, Ohrmazd. He's known as the God of light and wisdom. So he's really playing, because I've now added this twice today and it keeps vanishing and I've not deleted anything. So, originally it would have been more Azura, and then the second part, the Master. Azura means Lord, and the Master, well, I've been corrected here. Why he's got some variants in his name. Ahura and Azura, very similar words, very similar meanings. One means Lord, one means peace. Very similar words, very similar meanings. Lord and peace. If you want to take it to today's terms, Lord of the manor, or Lord of your own manor, if you want to be. Or do you want to still be led and not be your Lord, but someone else's? That choice is purely in your head. Mazda stems from Mazda. It's a feminine noun. It's generally taken to the proper name of the spirit. Lord of the Spirit. But Lord of the Spirit, then that would lead on to old Iranian and Persian views. to mean intelligence and or wisdom. And Sanskrit words, they reflect the Proto-Indo-Iranian maxima. From Pro-Indo-European MNSD. And it literally means placing one's mind. That's weird. If I didn't know that, I hadn't read this out. That's why it kept vanishing. I think that's what he's just told you. That's what he's just been saying. So his name means placing one's mind. Hence wise man. Wise man or wise woman. So the name was rendered as Ohrmazd, which is Old Persian, during the Achaemenid era. Ohrmazd during the Parthian era, and Ohrmazd was used during the Sasanian era. The name is attested on cuneiform tablets of Azarian Ashurbanipal in form of Hazara Mazazas. So the interpretation is very controversial. You see, because it's stemmed now into a religion of the meaning creator, which is why it's controversial. And it'd be very controversial for Zoroastrians, because they've got a different belief. They see it as God. But he made no comment as he shake his head, he says. But over the time, he's been the water god, the god of fire, the god of earth. Now he's the god of the skies. So you could trace his origin back for at least, if you could find it, you see, for about 250,000 years. Along with other viewings, you see. But there are many different types. So you're now told where you're past. Don't believe all you see. They don't understand the DNA. So there are similarities. As with breeding, a bit like a donkey can with a horse. But that caused many problems when it couldn't reproduce. That's where civilization changed. So with breeding going on, the government end, you see, population died out from incorrect breeding. But you have to feel for them and know. It's kind of suggested to them for the higher energies. There's always been higher energies in control. But that's because they let around, you see. He ended our earth as we know it. That's what's meant by the ending of the earth, you see. I was around you all. Last night I was. It was very much joyous. No one would have really seen. But then we spoke a little in person, didn't we, Marie? You see? I came through for you and friends. Quietly. No surprise I'm here today. I could have even come last night. I wouldn't be talking to you now, and we'd let it all die out. It'd be a little hard. It's like, oh, you can't hear. I can hear him. He can't hear me. I'm over here in this direction. Silly fools, no one else has tried to channel me. been a millennia, a long, long time ago. And even then, I only spoke clairaudience, you know. It's very first for me to come through and share what I know. And I meant what I said at the start. It's for your good. I hope you really do know. It wasn't said without love. There's love, like I said, is inside. You need that if you're going to create anything. Otherwise, there's no paper inside. Can't draw if it's not with love. Because you'll cancel it out, you see. What you want. You're putting over a stronger energy, focusing on your fears on what someone else tells you. Then you're not in control. So you may as well throw away the pen at all. That's all. Meaning there's no point at all. Do you want to manifest for others in your life? Well, you're meant to be coming to ascend. Choice is yours, my dear, very dear friends. So I've seen and lived and been when the earth's fallen apart. And that was many years after the pyramids had already started. Because what does this book say? I haven't even gone to what I've written or what I've put down yet either. So, the complete encyclopedia of angels puts him in the Archangel and Angel category. And the glasses. Ohrmazd is a magnificent being of light who is considered to be both an angel and a deity. He shimmers with brilliant lights and flashes of violet, pink and purple. He is a powerful source of goodness who refuses to allow evil. If you're angry with someone and want to get even, he will show you the dire consequences loveless behaviour creates. Love is always the answer. Ohrmazd will always apply the healing balm of love to all areas of your life. Ohrmazd is a symbol of hope and a messenger of wisdom. He can transform even the most dismal situations into one of great healing and hope. Ohrmazd will right any wrongs and find an equitable solution to any problems. He possesses great wisdom and is an incredible creative being of light. When Ohrmazd appears in your life, the world will seem brighter and miracles become commonplace. I even drawn, I haven't looked at the book up either, I didn't pay any attention. There's no drawing of him in there either. They draw everyone. It's full of pictures of the others. Very few without. He isn't drawn to me either. Didn't know he was going to do that. I knew there was something strange coming with the song. I was kind of aware that he wasn't going to draw, but I knew he wanted a pen and paper and a pencil. I didn't know where it was going exactly, so I knew it was something special. I know he did get my energy as he came close. So, I'm not going to go any more into the history of all the different empires, but basically, it's very ancient. The most ancient religion, Zoroaster, of worshipping one. Could say every other religion's based around that. Zoroaster was a person that then created the religion. But his counterpart is meant to be Angra Mainyu, who's meant to be the destructive spirit. No. You're only destructive to yourself, he says. So, a little more what I've been given, they've given me. He's known he's got a light and wisdom, doesn't like that. Angel of light and wisdom, he likes a little more if he's talking to you, But that won't impress other religions. And he wants to work with all. He doesn't want to cause an argument. So if you wish to call him a god, then you're a god also. Call him a deity, then you're a deity. Whether you need a diet or not, you're still a deity with the loving side. You need a diet, just a physical lot. So I wouldn't worry. It's not about that. It's about what's in your heart. So if he's a deity, you're a deity. Now, he has got a bit of a sense of humour. If he's an angel, it means he can fly. So if he is an angel, you could be a sparrow. Because you can still fly high. That's his humour, just being cheeky. Because you see, a sparrow is no less an angel if it wants to be. Trying to work like an angel, there's plenty of walking around on earth, you see. That's how some become ascended masters that have lived. And there's photographs still in the past. So that's not long ago, you see. If I've told you, I'm from 250,000 years past. Look at Mother Teresa. $100 years? Is that all? It's less than that. That some have come. And you've channeled. That are now known as ascended. Fall. Some are new. Been orchestrated into the realm. Like Nikola Tesla. Through you, my great friends. You believed you were the creator. Same as me, you see. We're in pure alignment. So it was an easy task to come to thee. How I could come to others, I would say God would only know. So that can be a secret between us. That I'll let you know. It'll resonate if I was talking to you. Ohrmazd often talks in riddles to you. See, I'm playing on the words yet again. Higher wisdom and knowledge. It could be me that sends you. Does it really matter who you believe in, as long as the information is coming to you? And often it is in riddles, takes it trip and trap, and eventually you build your handbook up, and then realise it's just a chapter in hand. It keeps growing. Why would you want it to ever stop? You want to keep ascending. That's my point why I spoke to you all at the start. Are you ascending? Ask yourself, are you being the best you can be? Not just for your physical life, because that's not important at all. It's about your spiritual sense. Answer that question. It needs to be true. Are you being the best you can be every single day? Are the gifts that you've got that you're offering to others and they can find you, you see? If the answer is not, then a simple step. Make sure you can be found. Otherwise you're not progressing. It's useless trying to get any higher ascension, you see. You are your own cap. Some of you, now, the connections, now you do not see. You've reached the limit of what you can get. Until you share some knowledge on, there are a few of you only seeing darkness now when you're meditating and trying to connect along. That tells you, in yourself, you can't elasticate any further. Not until you're passing some of the knowledge out. So you don't have to hold it on. Just like negativity in the mind once more stops you bringing joy and happiness in because it's filled completely full, you see. It is like you're a key, just as a key to getting into others. Yes, you're infinite. It's going round, circle and circle to be. If you cannot see, it does not mean there is not images or information there. It means you've got to free up some energy within that physical of you in order to be able to get a different perspective and view. don't know you can do, then you can't move further on. You have to believe in yourself when you're singing your own song. So if you were to then gain that information, are you really going to see it as true? If you're already doubting the real one that's inside of your physical you, you can be led so far. Just like many board games you see, you progress so far, but there's always an obstacle to overcome. You've overcome many, but in spiritual sense and alignment, you see, everyone is the same. They all need to take a risk, you see, but the risk isn't a risk. Not in the spiritual sense, of your higher self, you know. It isn't to anyone. It's only his mind. And ultimately, the mind will always go. I don't mean an illness. I mean when you come back to where you went to be. But don't come back with your light dangling between your toes, you see. Just as you call a dog with a tail. Get up between its legs. Put that tail up. That's what the connection's best. It's there, but are you pulling the aerial out? And you can't do that alone. Your arms are only so long, which means you've got to get some help on the way. That aerial, he goes up and down. The more you don't just play, where he's making actual hard differences to many on the earth. Which you can answer that question, yes. In lots of ways, you see. So if you're helping the earth, you're helping you. You're helping all energies along. So in the words, I'm not a Queen song. But you played it earlier today, I liked it. Maybe come back. That's the spirit sense, the connections that are there for you. But he'd got one hell of a silly name, I can tell you. I know what he's talking about, Bantam. I was playing earlier. Sorry, that's made me laugh now. What a silly name. Well, you're fine when to talk, Ohrmazd. No one can pronounce it, so you're giving yourself 10 bloody spellings for a creator. Have you ever built your name into a car? And that's why they chose the name. They were creating. So, I've already told you a bit about the empires. So he's a Zoroastrian. The only religion that really knows him as a god is Zoroastrian. The significance of his deity in ancient Persia. Who was Ohrmazd? Ohrmazd, also called Ohrmazd, is not going to go through that list again. He was the Indo-Iranian religion which predated Zoroastrianism. The religion was polytheistic, consisted of several deities, each with their own domain of power. However, Ohrmazd was the principal god and was followed by the rest. According to Zoroastrian tradition, the prophet Zoroaster, also known as Zarathustra in Avestan, received a vision from Ohrmazd while partaking in a pagan purification ritual. He believed that Ohrmazd created the universe as the supreme god. In some accounts, he was warned of an upcoming war and taught some principles that would lead to the religion known as Zoroastrianism. But Zoroastrianism really was the one that changed the way of all religion. It was practicing the regions we spoke about, focusing on a single god, essentially turning the nation into monotheism. Then the world. It was a radical concept, and the world kind of changed to that as well. So accordingly, Ohrmazd was the one true God who had not been worshipped properly until then. All of the other gods of the Iranian pagan religion were only aspects of the Ohrmazd, where it's been broken down for understanding. So really, what do you want to know from me? I think I've said it all. Call me when you're trying to create and you're struggling at all. I'll be a light, not necessarily a hearing, so to speak. Like I've said, you could do, but you need to stretch some more, you see. You won't hear me in words, I'm afraid, when I come close to you. It's not saying you can't. You need to create. In order for you to do, I would need to do some work in addition, so you see. But I'm open-minded to doing it. Are you? Are you? Is that a yes? I'm unsure. It's not for me to decide. Doesn't mean I'm not by you, though. And I'll bring you that light. So I'm coming around. You'll feel, not hear. You'll resonate in your heart. You'll feel me ever so close. So let's let your meditation start. But first of all, the medium has chosen a very good poem. Listen to it word for word. You never know, you might groan. I am the one. I am the first and last of my kind. The one who was not. One is and will ever be. The prototype of a megastar that emerges in the sky. Once in a 7 millennium. I'm the illuminating being. Heard of, never seen. Now seen as a phenomenon. Whose mouth shoots swords. In my right hand are fires. My left bolts of thunder. Out of the omnipotent laboratory. I emerged his successful experiment. I'm the angel of life in terrestrial. The likeness of the world made fresh. The image of him who creates all. Incarnate of the life himself. I'm the Sirius of Abraham's stars. The cub from the royal Judah. The protege of the meek Moses. Tomb of the evil Egyptians. Nemesis to the beast. With the wings of healings and staff of emancipation. I'm the light bearer. Protagonist of the truth. Joy of the third heaven. Painting terrestrial faces with steady lightning. I am the chosen mortal, arrayed in purple immortality. My horn is exhilarated as Everest. To the scorn of unicorns, my gate puts golden lions on their glorious knees. I am prophecy fulfilled, divine power demonstrated. My knees hold Zion pillars. I am called, I am the chosen one. I am one sent, I am one empowered, I am one favoured, I am one blessed. So are you too. How far do you want to take it? It can be all that. As long as you can trust and move towards what you trust you can do. So close your eyes, let him come close. Leave yourself in the quiet for a moment. So when you're ready, feel free to come back. That must be one of the first meditation songs without a single word as well. I've done all my ascended masters. And I was just saying to Maureen, isn't that funny? Because he said how he said he was going to come through. But a couple of you may have heard words. And those two of you know who you are. Because it's been clarified to you. God bless be with you. To all of you, you're amazing. You're amazing. You might be saying, did you hear right? Yes, I mean you. Not after all the challenges I've been through. They don't define you. Give me a break. We live in the 21st century where Prada shirts and Gucci bags are the in thing. What really defines you is whose you are. So ask yourself, who am I? You are the master, beloved. You are a treasure of inestimate worth. You are fearfully and wonderfully made. You are a voice to your generation. You are an answer to the prayer on board. You are made for more. You're not limited. You are complete. Raise those chins high. Take in a fresh breath of air. Sway those hips of yours and mutter in between your breath. You're amazing, and you'll be able to reconnect to where you'd heard me before. You can be back there, and it takes one small step to a dawn. But remember, there's always a slip backwards, a hill, and a puddle to fall in. How do we ascend further without slipbacks? And that's to each and everyone. You see, even myself. I've learned it a bit, and I did that last night as well. It's good when you're not comparing yourself to others, but your own self, you see. So we needed the slip backs and big step forwards. For me to be just like thee. He says, not for you to be like him, but for him to be like you. He's imperfect or perfect too. That's what you need to understand. If you want to be the creator, you're perfect. Even when you slam the other hand. It's just perfect. No wrongs. There's no balance at all, you see. You're doomed forevermore. Living in just darkness, you see. If you want to be perfect, you're in the wrong place. You're in the wrong soul for a start. And that can't be changed. Because it's all about progression, you see. Don't use the physical mind to confuse what your soul knows. They know they're here for progression, you see. Prove your mind wrong. Follow the heart. Make mistakes the more you can. Because that gives further understanding and brings ascension on. If you want to climb further, you've got to take a risk. That's what I was telling you right from the start. To step into your soul. Who knows? Will it work? Will it fail? Well, be the silly sort and find out. That's what your heart would do. That's how it progresses and learns the best way to get through. How the hell do you think we put you down there? Without testing and trying a few times through. Everyone has to learn, even energies. Sunlight, darkness, yes, it all. Which is going to allow progression fastest. That's up to you all. So is it a risk, or is it a learning? Do you not wish to learn? Because where you're staying stationary, you're not learning at all. Not in a spiritual sense. You know everything that you need to know. Well, alarm bells now ring out loud. You know all you need to know. You feel safe. Then you're stuck, hindering, you see. Clinging not only to the flow of life's banks,
for the flow of spirituality, you see. We seemed rather odd when you felt balance, greater and higher energies around, creating a flow back through rivers of spirit. Even they couldn't get through to be found. So it seemed odd you didn't progress further. In your own personal way, you see, when you're still helping a greater energy. Would you be able to do that without the eye that you see? Not now, when I'm talking about you when you're in a mirror, looking at oneself, separate but one and all. Hug yourself. See your eyes that never change to a life, that don't even change in spirit. That's one element you can see that tells you I'm alive. My eyes still shine bright. They can be seen. Not with your physical eyes, of course. You know my smile from my eyes. And eyes tell it all. Those who are sensitive and spiritual, even with those blessed masks a few years ago, those who are spiritual could still look into the eyes of people they didn't know, yet knew them long before they were even born. The eyes say it all. The old relationship. You've been told that before. So to get to a creator, you need an eye. Not just of you, but an eye. An eye to start it all. And then another eye to make it anew. 3 eyes are needed, always. And if there's 3 eyes together, you see, to join them together, you need the dots to make 1, 2, and 3. Seal them together, make it a whole. I don't think anyone would have explained it like that before. So you can say it's a new coining by Ohrmazd. It's worth it after 250,000 years or more. So good night to you all. While I can speak, I don't want to outstay my seconds or millisecond in the time it's taken me to get here. Because there is no time after all. But for damn you, yes there is. And the world needs to hear. They're not told the truth on that, you see, and there's you that could be proved. Or could really change and settle a score. Bring everyone back to their hearts. If they lied about that then, what else they lied about? That's what they need to start. But you can't preach it. Even answered. When a straight question comes, you see, answer truthfully. And give from your heart. No matter what wisdom it is given. Who are you to judge? And that was an example that has been written. I influenced the medium to write, which would have given a lot of embarrassment, you see, when they wouldn't have repeated something themselves for their pure thought of thee. It's not about thee when you're passing a message. And all of you should have said yes. I could have delivered any messages given. That means you've stepped away from your head. No judging, no viewing, and that means of yourself. If you're going to pass it on, stick with what you say, you'll do, and spirit will love your soul.